All right, so what we got today, 2005 Ford Explorer 5R55S. The pan is down. I had the tech take the pan down so it would drain overnight, because what we're going to be doing with this, I'm going to take the filter down. You can see the filter there, the four-wheel drive filter. Right behind that is the solenoid pack, which is what we're going to be working on. We're going to be swapping out the solenoid pack with a new one. What the story is with this car is this car came to me from a wholesale account in Failsafe. When I scanned it, every solenoid code was present, starting from P0750 all the way like up to P0966, which is like pressure control solenoid C or something like that. But I mean, it had 750, 753, 755, 758, 760, every solenoid. All right, so the first thing we did was we disconnected the wires, you know, that plug into the solenoid pack, which is the external harness, and there is a bunch of corrosion on that. So we also have a repair harness, which I'll give you a shot of, that we got to cut and solder in. All right, so it looks like what happened to this was possibly water intrusion, and it corroded the pins. And there is a solenoid feed wire, all right, which is pin number 3. I'm honestly not sure of the wire color. It may vary from, you know, model to model, meaning this is a Ford Explorer. I also have one with a similar issue that we're in the middle of diagnosing. We sent the computer out, which is a Mercury Mountaineer. All right, so it is pin number 3. Pin number 3 on the harness is what powers up the solenoids, and that does not come off of the computer. That comes off of a fuse, and again, it varies from model to model. On this 05 Explorer, all right, it's fuse number 37, 15 amp fuse. On the Mercury Mountaineer we're working on, which is a 2008, that is fuse number 38, but it's still pin number 3. All right, so what I'm going to do is take the filter down. I'm going to take the solenoid pack down. I'll give you a shot of that, and I want to give you a shot of the harness with all the corrosion. All right, so we'll get started doing that. So if you're ever working on one of these, you know, just make sure you check your wiring diagram to make sure which pin is which. Okay, so I'm taking these 8mm bolts out for the filter. Again, I wanted the pan down last night just so this thing could drain. Okay. And of course, when I go back together with this, I'm going to put a new filter, I'm going to put a new pan gasket, and we're going to put new fluid. All right, so we have the harness disconnected on top already. So what we'll do now is we'll take the T30 torque bolts out and pull the solenoid pack down. All right, so these codes are pretty hard codes. You know, as soon as you clear them, they would come right back. All right, so on this solenoid pack, there's one short T30 bolt, and the rest are pretty much the same length. You know what I can do, now that I have the filter down, let me see if I can get a little better shot of this solenoid pack here. All right, just give me 1 second and see if I can get a little closer. All right, not sure if that's any better or the same, but you know, there's a you got a big like, you know, bar here, like a cross member bar that's in the way, so I can't really go over that far. So I'll continue just taking these bolts down. I think that might be it. Nope, there's one more. Okay. Now we're going to take this down, and then I can give you a shot of what this looks like. I didn't even see it myself, the solenoid pack, and I'll give you a shot of the connector. So let's just take this down here. Maybe there's one more. Well, it doesn't look like it. Okay. All right, so the solenoid pack is down. All right, so let me take the camera off the tripod because I wanted to give you a shot of that connector. The thing's pretty corroded. All right, so here is a shot of the connector. As you can see, it's all green. So we're going to be changing out this whole thing. I buy a replacement repair harness with the wires. Like I said, I'm going to give you a shot of that, and I'll give you a shot of the solenoid pack as well. All right, here is the solenoid pack where it plugs in. That's not too bad. The connector looks worse than the solenoid pack, but we're changing out both pieces anyway. Now let me just give you a shot of this repair harness. All right, so here is the new solenoid pack. And this is brand new. And this is OE. That's going to be installed on the car. And here is the repair harness end. This I got through TransStar, and it took me a couple days to get it. I guess there really was none local, but it has the same, design as the other one. And we did one of these once before, and we take this, we pop this top cover off here because I don't believe the wire colors on the one that we did, the wire colors weren't the same. We just kind of went wire for wire. That was in the cavity. So you just want to be careful about that. And it comes with these crimps, but we actually just, soldered each one. I put shrink wrap on. It's a much neater, cleaner job, much nicer job. So this is the harness, repair harness end that's going to be going in. So once, we open up and get rolling here at 8 o'clock, we'll be working on this. All right, so what I'll do now is I'm going to go back over to the car. We'll install this solenoid pack, and we're going to put the bolts back in. We'll torque them down. We're going to put a new filter in, and then I'll have the guys put the pan back up. And we also took the front drive shaft out to get a little more room, much easier to work, to put this repair harness in. All right, so I'm going to head back to the car, and I will be back in a few. All right, so we're going to put this solenoid pack, the new one, back up. All right, so I got some grease on the O-rings. I also cleaned up in here. I took a wire brush because of all the corrosion and stuff from the water getting in here. So that's all cleaned up nice and smooth. All right, so we're going to set this back in place. Okay. filter. Okay. And a little short one, shortest one, goes on the edge here. Okay, now we're going to just snug them up. And then these are going to get torqued to 70 inch-pounds. Okay, got the torque wrench right here. Okay, four of them. And the little one, can't forget that at the top. Okay. Alright, so they should all be tight. Torque down. Now we're going to put our new filter in. Okay. Okay. You know what? The bucket is still under me here and I'm kind of stretching. Let me just get this started. And the other one. Okay, let's put this in place. Okay, just like that. And we'll give it a tighten. Okay. All right, I'm just going to grab an extension bar because I like to torque these down as well. There's going to be a little more. It's going to be about the, whoops, what happened to my light? Okay, whoop, came out of the plug here. Okay, that should stay. Okay, all right, so that's that for this 2005 Ford Explorer. Again, this came in and pretty much had every solenoid code. You know, I don't know if it was maybe like 15 codes, something like that. But we found the connector corroded, probably due to possibly water intrusion. And again, there is one feed wire that comes off of a fuse, does not come off of the computer. The computer supplies the ground to turn these solenoids on and off. And that's pin number 3. And on this Explorer according to the wiring diagrams, it comes off of fuse 37. But again, check your wiring diagrams because the power feed source, meaning fuse, vary from model to model. But as far as I know, pin number 3 is the common one that does power these up. I'm thinking, like again, the wire colors may vary, but I'm thinking maybe gray and blue, but not 100% sure. Again, check the wiring diagrams. So what we're going to do is we're going to wire up the new connector in here and plug it in. We're going to put fresh fluid, new pan gasket, and that should get this thing out of fail-safe, and then we can drive it to make sure we have everything is operating okay. But the pan is clean, so I'm thinking everything should be fine once we are done. All right, guys, so once again, I thank you guys for watching. Video on this 05 Ford Explorer with a 5R55S, and have a great day, and we'll see you next one.